honestly.
There we are. Now, this is our sound check here. I can hear it through the phone. Sounds like it's working.
It's all good.
Got 2 people listening or watching on YouTube.
All right.
But I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook. Gundy is the top coach in the Big 12 because we're the only team that's undefeated.
Wow.
And I've heard, we think it's cool that he's the top coach. Granted, it only took a global pandemic to make that happen. But I've seen a lot of OU fans be really shitty. Like, oh no, we know what it feels like to be Oklahoma State. And I heard one comment that was just like that. I heard whenever I was at a bar watching the OU and Iowa State game. I'm just drinking my tequila, minding my own business.
Jordan's 5 on YouTube as well.
I hear Oklahoma State in that shitty comment. And I'm like, really? Really? Okay.
Wow.
Be mad. It's fine.
That's nuts.
But I'm taking the win. It's fine. I know that if I get too excited about our record, then, at the next game, we're probably going to lose it. So I'm just going to remain neutral.
Just be neutral. Be Switzerland. It'll work out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to hop off for a second, and then you're going to call back in about 10 minutes?
Yep, that'll work.
All right, kid. Thanks. All right.
Yep.
All right, bye.
I think I'm sending 3,000. High School Huddle now on GDP YouTube. Click this link. Paste. Done. Oops. Cancel. Alright, face swap, change. Okie dokie. I can hear myself good on the air, and I'm going to need your phone now, Phil, because we got to do an audio check here.
What do you got? What?
Got to do an audio check.
What's wrong with your phone?
It's getting ready to stream on Facebook.
Oh, for 4 minutes. Yeah.
Whatever is needed. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, it's not. I went to like it was my account.
What are you looking at?
Well, your search history.
Be careful what you might see in there.
Is that possible?
Well, I'm 54.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and I'm talking. We now have like a 3 to 4 second buffer between YouTube now. So when we say something, it goes there like in 3 seconds.
So we still have a little bit of.
It used to be 30 seconds.
We got some security there.
No, we don't.
So you mean if I say something that's on the bad boy list?
It's on there.
Oh boy, it's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
I don't hear any audio on here. There should be audio, right?
Well, did you turn it up?
Yeah, I turned it up.
Well, wait a second. Well, I don't know.
Well, let me.
I'm just the talent here, Chris. I don't do technical stuff. I'm just the talent here, Chris. I don't
See how fast it is?
So what? Oh boy. So I can get out of here?
Yeah, if it doesn't work.
Oh boy.
You don't pay much for that. Might want to
I know.
invest some of your money into a new thing. What?
Nothing. Oh, boy.
Hey, all right. Jordan Leach, I didn't need my imagination to go, hey, where were they? Sweet. So Jordan can hear us on YouTube, so it's just your phone. You maybe close it out, open it back up, see if it works. But anyway. We have excellent. I'm going to go live on the Facebooks there, Phil. So we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and live with Jordan. So we are.
So what you're saying is think before I speak.
Yes.
Okay.
It hasn't worked in the last 50-plus years, but
54. But well, technically,
I said 50-plus.
Well, yeah, because technically I'm pretty sure I was talking before 2. I was at least trying real hard.
Mr. Chappell's on Facebook.
No, he's not.
Yes, it is. Jeff Chappell is watching.
He doesn't have a YouTube, so he won't be able to follow when you switch over. That's not good.
Well,
why can't you just let it run on Facebook too? Why do you got to shut it off? It doesn't hurt anything, does it?
Well, I mean,
if people want to join from Facebook, who are you to take away their constitutional rights and censor the whole thing?
You know, I got a couple ideas for your business practices that I would like for you to change.
Okay, I'm open for that.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I can.
I mean, that's a world amongst friends.
Yeah,
what do we got?
A pay increase would be nice for all the things I do for the company.
Oh, for you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, we're going to talk about pay now.
Well, that's one practice I like to.
Well, what about me? Can I talk about my pay?
Oh, your pay's fine.
Can I add a 0 to my pay? I'll have 2 zeros.
Oh, your pay. No, we're
my pay.
We're talking about your.
Oh, you want me to pay you?
That's your suggestion for that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not just me; it's the viewers.
Oh, well, hello, Facebook world. Good to see you.
This is what he does.
We invite you to click that link to the YouTube page, and then you can see all the cool graphics, even better audio. YouTube is a video. It's made for videos. On YouTube, we are streaming currently, as long as the internet holds up in this place. We are streaming at 1080 HD. 60 frames per second. Facebook ain't doing 60 frames per second.
Who cares?
Picture quality. And here's the other thing.
You're such a snob about this.
And here's the other thing. Now, here's the other thing with YouTube. It's a lot easier to find on YouTube than it is on Facebook. Because once
Mr. Chappell found us on Facebook. How hard can it be? Seriously.
No, I'm talking about the archives. Most people don't watch live; they watch the replays.
I care about Mr. Chappell.
And I do too.
Well, obviously, you're getting ready to shut him down here in about 4 minutes.
Well, here in a little bit. Like on Facebook, I had probably on GMP Facebook probably 8 or 9 posts today, and then I'll have 8 or 9 tomorrow, and then this feed is gone.
I just think you're.
You want to go to the Facebook, see if there's anybody has any questions or comments about?
Try to get there.
Oh, right there. It says live right there.
Where? Oh, yeah.
We have 7 minutes before we go live.
Chapel.
I did see that. Yes. Is that the pay? Well, I didn't see the comment. I just saw the beginning of it.
You got to be careful what you share with your friends.
Oh.
You got to be careful.
How do you share pictures? Just send them to me, Mr. Chappell, and I will.
Oh, boy. You know what?
We were just talking about pictures.
Let's just pull the plug on Facebook right now. The more I think about this, I think Facebook is a complete waste of time. I think we should just go to YouTube.
Cody Knox, hello. He is on YouTube. Thank you. When you go to YouTube, click the. Watch this, Phil. Hold on. I don't know. I don't have it on here. Hold on. Let me see if I have it on here. Oh, man, I think I took it off. Oh, I sure did. Oh, well, next time.
Your mom's watching, Chris.
On Facebook?
Yeah, you going to shut your mom off?
No.
It's your mother. She gave you life.
Mom knows YouTube.
But she's on Facebook.
But now they'll go to YouTube.
But why wouldn't they just go straight to YouTube if they knew it was on YouTube? You saying this is the first time your wonderful mother's watched the show?
No, it is. It's a new process. I mean, but you can be notified on YouTube just like you can on Facebook.
Jeff, do you know how to go to YouTube?
It's the same way as going to Facebook.
It's not the same. You don't even know if it's / or /, and you're acting like it's easy.
Well,
it's / by the way.
I know. I'm just trying to.
No, you don't get to do that. That's not how this works. You were wrong, and you know you were wrong.
The first time, not the second time, though. Cody Knox is on YouTube. Cody Knox would definitely say YouTube is a good old Phil. Yep.
What's that?
Everyone just gives you the benefit. Good old Phil, says Cody Knox.
Yeah, thanks, Cody.
And also the buffer on YouTube, which will be great for live events, kind of like this, but like for auctions, like the Guthrie Quantas auction, we'll have it on YouTube. And then instead of it like a Facebook delay of 6 to 8 to 10 seconds, YouTube will only be like 4 seconds.
Jeff said it just popped up.
That's a good thing.
Well, I don't, also, you don't know what Chappell's talking about when he says that.
Well, I still use Facebook Live for some other stuff, but just not for meetings, sporting events.
Will you share with everybody why you hate Facebook so much?
I don't hate anything. I mean, I might dislike. Do we need to take an early timeout?
We might have to. We might have to. Yeah. So there's 13 people. 14 people. You're basically telling them they don't matter.
No,
when you shut this off.
I'm giving 14 people opportunity to click that link and check out 1080 HD, 60 frames per second. Cody looks great on YouTube. Cody is a.
Where's Cody? I'm starting to have a bone to pick with Cody. Looks great on you. Well, what about Facebook, Cody? I mean, is it terrible?
I mean, if you like 720 at 30 frames at best.
Well, see, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? What does that mean?
1080, more pixels.
Doesn't help.
60 frames compared to 30 frames, you have 30 extra frames per second.
So you're talking about just the clarity of
Correct.
the... Okay.
Correct.
White space? What do you call that?
White balance.
White balance.
No, it's not. We did do a white balance, but that does not pertain to here. 5:57, just like that. I kind of forget we even have a radio show coming up here in 3 minutes.
I mean, he's just
see, a lot of that is not on YouTube.
You just can't.
See, that's Facebook right there. That's why. And that's your friend.
Well, he is. Yeah.
I mean, we'll keep it on Facebook for a little bit.
Oh boy. Does Mr. Chappell know his comments can be read by everybody on here?
Well, it's indirect messages. Everyone sees it, but
they're going, okay, what does that mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it. Only one person knows. Well, I think I might know.
Well, I think more than one knows. I think there might be a few of us. Oh boy, there's Jordan. Stand by.
I'm going to hit record on the show.
What's up, Jordan?
I'm recording and streaming, and I'm only at 28 GPU, 37 CPU. That's recording, that's streaming, that's 1080 HD at 60 frames per second.
Do I need to stay on the line with Jordan?
Yes, and you need speakers so we can hear her do the countdown.
We got a minute 20.
Minute 20.
Well, we got about a minute 10 now. 1 minute. We got 1 minute.
1 minute.
Sorry, Jordan. What, you got to quit doing that.
I'm helping you
I
out.
will eventually get to it. Gee, this is going to be a long hour. I can...
Don't say anything that you might regret.
I'm under a lot of stress right now.
And mute your mics when you go on commercial, please.
Oh, boy.
That was 2 weeks ago.
And that was all Chris's fault. 100% Chris Evans.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Oh, that's right.
Oh boy.
We'll go off at 6:45.
We just lost Chris. What time does it start?
I think we'll get into policy tonight.
What time does it start?
I think 7, a little after 7.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Or is it 8?
We can break down tomorrow morning.
Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM and streaming worldwide on GuthrieSportsPage.com. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports.
It is a High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSPI alongside Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio on this Wednesday night.
It is.
We'll take you up to the 7 o'clock hour talking high school football. Week 6 of the season is here.
Gosh, doesn't feel like it. I mean, we've played, 3 games in 6 weeks locally? Is that right? Okay, oh boy.
Yeah. No,
okay.
No,
we got him back now.
No.
What's wrong? YouTube not working?
Oh, no.
YouTube's not
The cord was on the mouse pad, and the mouse was going crazy there for a second, so I didn't know what was going on.
So YouTube wasn't working?
No. I'm glad. Thank you, Phil, for bringing up YouTube. Of course, we're across north central Oklahoma on 93.7 FM KSPI, and what a wonderful station. I mean, we go up to the Kansas border, all the way to El Reno, Kingfisher-ish, down to the more Norman-ish area, over there by Sand Springs area. And we'll be able to have. Wait, Oklahoma State football's off this week, right?
No, they'll be cheering for Texas against Oklahoma.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that Oklahoma State Cowboys are off this week because of COVID. The Guthrie Blue Jays are playing on Saturday afternoon in Woodward at 1 o'clock, and I just now realized that could have been a conflict if LSU was playing this week.
Oh,
I didn't for the radio airwaves.
You're right.
For the radio airwaves,
wow.
But I think we'll be safe on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Of course, our pregame show starts at 12:30.
Really? So we're leaving 6 on Saturday?
8:30, I think it's somewhere. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. 8:30, between 8 and 9 probably.
Are you serious?
Well, it's a 2-hour drive. You got to set up. You got to stop and get groceries every.
Did we? That's true.
Snacks.
Did we have a flat going to Woodward last time, or was that going to Guyman?
No, that was Woodward.
So this is bad.
Yeah. So that's why you have to leave a little bit early for that for those type of situations.
I was in the middle of my nap.
Yeah, and that's when the school buses
honked and waved.
Honked and waved as we were fixing a flat.
Thanks, guys.
On the side
we're good.
Of it. Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
I forgot about that, but
could have been having a grabber. Nobody would have known.
But well, there once again there is a list of games that have been postponed or canceled this week, and David Jackson, the OSSA, met with reporters via Zoom meeting today and discuss several things. But he said about 80. They've been able to play 85 to 90% of the games played. They've lost probably 10-15% due to COVID. If I talked to you, I don't know, 7-8 weeks ago, and you said we'll have high school football, but we'll only lose about 10 or 15%, would you take that?
Yep.
Yeah.
In a second.
Yeah.
It seems like it's more than that, but I think it's just because, number one, we got impacted personally by it, so I think it magnifies it in your mind. But also, really, it's just been the last 2 weeks. There's been this influx.
Correct.
Now,
especially when the games matter because it's district
correct.
play now.
So when Stillwater Bixby couldn't play, that even though it was a non-district game, it still mattered because it was game of the week and it was a big game.
Right.
And then, of course, the last 2 weeks for folks like in Guthrie, where you're not playing Piedmont, which is supposed to be senior night, and then you can't play Carl Albert, which is an annual rivalry game. It's just I think it magnifies it. But yeah, I'd take. Back in August, if you had told me we only get 50% of them in, I'd been happy because we just haven't had anything.
Yeah, and one of the things that David Jackson, who I think the OSA has done a great job of, there's just so many scenarios that they have to play out all the time, but I think they've done a really good job, and it's changing so day to day, week to week. But one of the things that they did come out today is that they are going to move on with winter sports to be played in winter. Okay. There's a lot of states that have said that are moving their winter sports to the springtime. Wow. And so, but David Jackson talked about starting with the winter, and hopefully you can finish it. And if you can't finish it, you maybe get a start on it, and then maybe a scenario pops up where you do have to finish basketball, wrestling, and swimming in the springtime.
I mean, and obviously the challenge there is when you have kiddos that play multiple sports, and you got a kid that maybe plays basketball or wrestles and also plays baseball or runs track or, I mean, and so we talked about this, a few kids we know personally, because at one time we were talking about doing football, there was that talk, maybe football in the spring.
Right.
And we immediately said, well, we will be with this kid, this kid, this kid, and this kid because they're going to college to play baseball.
Yeah, Broken Arrow can get away with that.
Yeah, Guthrie can't.
Guthrie can't. Most places can't.
Most anything under the large 6A1 schools can't get away with that.
Right.
I mean, so it creates a lot of problems. But luckily we should feel fortunate the games we've gotten in, no doubt.
I actually got a couple sound clips from David Jackson. This is almost like a radio show. We're getting ready to play sound clips and everything.
A real radio show.
I don't know if this sound clip is going to work on both on YouTube and the radio at the same time.
It'll work on Facebook.
It will definitely not work on Facebook.
It won't work on Facebook.
Anyway, David Jackson was talking about some states moving winter to spring sports, but they're going to start. And he talked about one of the reasons why.
As we talked to some of the medical experts, what we found is none of them can point to anything that tells us that the spring is going to be any better than it is right now in the fall. So we're going to give it a shot to have our winter activities to at least get them started.
It might be good now, it might not be great in the springtime and vice versa. So.
Right. Well, and I think, too, you know, there's no road. We say this all the time. There's no roadmap to how to navigate through all this stuff. And you got to go with what you feel is the best decision overall. And I will say this about David. I think he's done a fabulous job with the OSSAA. I think he's been a great leader. He's just done an excellent job overall. But these are tough decisions. I mean, people are more passionate about activities shutting down. Many people are.
Yes.
Than schools. I mean, you can tell a kiddo, okay, no school, but you tell them, oh yeah, no football. And that's when people start caring.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's – I mean, that seems a little crazy to me. Now, I don't have a kid playing right now.
Right.
So I know it feels different. If I had a son that was a junior or a senior or whatever, it wouldn't matter what grade, but was playing, I would be as indignant and as opinionated as anybody out there about let him play. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I get it.
You'd be going to school board administrations.
Protesting.
I'd
have
them
signs.
play. Let them play.
Chanting, beating on Simpson's door.
Yeah.
Right. Be doing all that.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, especially if you're cashing. I mean,
this could be your year, man. This
could be your year. And we're going to talk about some specific teams here in a second. But I do want to get one more thing here from two more clips here from David Jackson. But he talked about the financial aspect of it as well.
It's big.
You talking about Stillwater Bixby a couple weeks ago that got canceled. I mean, Stillwater, that would have been, what, $15,000, $18,000, $20,000
gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that pays for a lot of stuff in the sports program.
Not only football, but cross country and
everybody
tennis.
Everybody benefits from that. But even with the Blue Jays, and I might speak out of turn here, but I know for years, like the program sells, I think a percentage of that money went to our Special Jays or something. So it affects so many different clubs and organizations that they count on that money. So it's a big deal. I mean, it has a far-reaching effect when you have to cancel games.
And as far as the OSSA, they're getting ready for state tournaments starting up. I know softball starts. Volleyball starts this week as well. Cross country is on the horizon, and we're about 4 or 5 weeks, 5 weeks away from the high school football playoffs. And during the playoff events, Mr. Jackson said they will, face masks and social distancing, all that stuff will be required when they go in there. But the OSSA also looking at financial. When people, some people don't want to go in attendance, go to these games, whether it be softball or high school football, and so the OSSA already lost some money last.
Lost a lot of money.
State basketball tournament canceled, and all the spring sports canceled.
Baseball.
And now you're looking at football. Even if you are able to play the postseason football games, which I think will definitely happen, you're losing some gate money. So it's a financial decision. And I'm going to get to David Jackson's thoughts here on the financial part of it.
We expect that we probably won't have the attendance that we've had in the past. As we're encouraging people who shouldn't be around others to stay home. So that's going to impact us financially, and we expect that. Right now, we think we're still being able to provide the services to our member schools that we always have. To be real, if we continue to lose revenue from our gate receipts, again, which is our primary source of revenue, then that could end up impacting what we provide to our schools, because it could very well impact what goes on here at this office in terms of staff. So we'll just have to wait and see. But we're taking lots of cost-cutting measures to reduce expenses.
School right now, that's everything with this situation. So
well, but Jeff just sent a message, said that they can't hear it.
Not on Facebook.
Oh,
no.
not on Facebook, Jeff. That's sorry. That's why you got to go to YouTube
or 93.7 FM.
Yep. What he's really saying there is, listen, we keep losing receipts. We're going to lay people off. Mm-hmm. And you're right. A lot of businesses have been faced with that, and that. First thing I thought of when he was saying it was, if you're those folks that work there, that get up every day, go to work, they count on that job to provide for their families. These are big decisions, across the board that many people are having to make, to your point. But it's in areas that if you go to work for the OSSA, you never think you're going to get laid off.
No, you would never know.
That's not even on your radar.
And there's a lot of businesses like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there are tons like that.
So, well, this is safe.
What could go wrong?
Teachers.
Yeah, well, you're right.
There's always. It's just it's a scary proposition. I think that's why so many people are, just a little bit on edge right now. It's a weird time in our world.
I will say one final clip here, and it's less than 5 seconds, but I think this is the motto for 2020. I think Mr. Jackson hit it today.
Anything that we're doing now is subject to change.
It could have changed before the show even started.
It probably did.
It probably did.
Yeah, probably did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
no, it's tough times. There's no doubt about it.
It is. Well, that's some of the off-the-field news with COVID and OSA and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and take our opening time out here. Come back. Phil and I had the week off from broadcasting. Guthrie and Piedmont were canceled. So Phil and I, along with Seth, were able. No, Carl Albert wasn't with us.
I said Guthrie and Carl Albert was canceled.
I'm sorry. Did I say Piedmont?
Yeah.
I apologize. Guthrie and Carl Albert was but we were able to go Carl Albert and watch Bixby take on Carl Albert.
Oh, that's a woodshed was involved.
Let's just say we left early.
We left early, and there was no doubt what we were leaving, and the only question was Mr. Presley going to score one or two more touchdowns before the night?
There were two more scores when we left, and he had a big part of that. So we'll break that down a little bit. Carl Albert McGinnis, Game of the Week. We'll take a look at the top 10 games as well, and coming up here in our next couple of segments. But, again, this show all season long brought to you by our good friends over at Generations Church, 2524 West Noble. Check them out on Facebook, Generations Church, Facebook.com, Generations Church right there. Also, their website as well.
Yeah, Josh, we say this every week, but what a great guy.
Yeah.
Just a good dude, and I know the church is growing, and they've had so many things to celebrate out there and do a lot of great work in the community. And he's one of those guys that you like being around because he just makes you – he's like a cup of cocoa. He just makes you feel better.
He's smiling and laughing all the time. Better.
Yeah, a lot like Jeff Chappell.
Oh, absolutely. You can check out Sunday services at 2524 West Noble, or online. You can check out their Sunday services, 10 a.m. Take our opening timeout. Hopefully the audio works.
Oh, boy.
This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSPI.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world.
Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time?
100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from.
Marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky.
Have you met Clucky the chicken?
Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden.
Golden Chick.
He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle to talk high school sports.
It is a High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSPI all across north central Oklahoma. Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio, keeping us afloat there. Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. Getting set for week 6 of the high school football season. There's some pretty good games this week that we'll get into throughout the rest of the time here. But last week, week 5, we saw Jinx hold off Broken Arrow. Tulsa Union 0-4. My buddies over at the Oklahomans still have Union ranked number 4.
And an 0-4 team ranked number 4.
And we'll look at it here in a second as well. Dell City Eagles 0-3. Wait until I tell you who they lost to here in a minute. But they're still ranked high in 6A2 over like Midwest City, who's like 2-1. But we'll figure out Del City, Midwest City this week because they do play each other this week. So we'll go over that here in a little bit. But as we mentioned in our last segment, we made the trip over to Midwest City. Excuse me. We made it over to the Palace on Post Road, as they say over at Carl Albert.
I went there liking them. I left not so much.
They it was.
They act a little different than they do at the. I mean, you don't. The announcer.
It's a little bit
over the top last Friday.
Yeah,
a little over the top.
It's what they call a scene setter. They build up and all that stuff. Down in Norman they call it the Palace on the Prairie, and so they obviously copied that and call it the Palace on Post. It doesn't work. Palace on Post Road does not work.
The Palace got burnt down.
Yeah. The big dogs, Bixby came into town.
As Ben Harris said, I guess we're going to find out who the big dog is. Who the big dog really is? Well,
it was the little bitty guy. Little dog
lives in Bixby.
Yes. Yeah. Bixby dominates Carl Albert. Was it 56-14? I think the final was.
It was never a ball game.
Carl Albert could have made it. I think a 1, maybe 2 possession ball game right before half. Yeah. Couldn't get into the end zone, and I think, in that end of the half, trying to kick a 58-yard field goal.
Yeah, which fell woefully short.
But
you know, the thing that I came away from that game, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a few players on the CA team that you and I came to it not really understanding some of the hype, and we left with a confirmation on our feelings.
Well, I thought about this throughout the time, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit. But getting to see Carl Albert field level again, they are still so. And by the way,
they're the best team in 5A.
Yeah, they're still.
No, they're going to win 5A. I mean, there's no doubt.
Yeah, no, they're still winning 5A.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about that. But my graphics wrong on the. There it is.
Oh boy,
now it's fixed.
Okay.
But yeah, Carl Albert. Let's get that out of the way. Carl Albert still. Leaps and bounds, but and the athletes being in that. You know, Ben Harris starting quarterback. They got a great running back duo of Javian Hunt and Bazell. I would think. I think Bazell. Hunt is going to the University of Arkansas. I did know this. Learn this. Hunt is going to Arkansas to play linebacker.
Okay.
Going to be a linebacker.
That makes so much more sense.
But we saw him in the state championship last year. We saw him against Guthrie last year, and we saw him against Bixby. I think, of course, they won 500 last 502 ball games.
Yeah, so.
But I think Bazell might deserve a few more carries.
You think?
That dude, I mean,
he's a monster.
He is.
He's the only one that had success against Bixby.
Well, he had great success a few other times we see him in person. But man,
he's legit.
I would.
Is he a junior or senior? I think he's a junior.
Is that right?
I think that's right. Let me effort that.
I can look it up too.
Okay, go ahead.
It might be faster, but yeah, no.
No, he runs so hard, and he gets there quick, and he's smooth, and he's big. This kid is big. He's a big kid.
Carl Albert's big.
They really are. But they look small in spots against Bixby.
Last year, Bazell.
Pretty sure he was a sophomore last year.
Offense. Let's see here. Bazell. Ben Harris is senior. We knew that one.
Mm-hmm.
Hunt is a junior. Bazell is a junior.
That was last year. They were juniors.
No, they're juniors this year.
Hunt is still a junior?
Yes.
He's not going to Arkansas next year?
Oh, no, he's a senior.
Yeah, okay.
Bazell's the junior.
Yeah, Bazell's a junior. He'll be a senior next year.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
So, but Presley, Braylon Presley, of course, his older brother, played for Bixby last year, but 25 carries, 302 yards, 6 touchdowns, including scoring runs of 68, 55, and 38.
And this is the thing that's most impressive about this kid. He can move from this side of the room to that side of the room in a split second.
Yeah.
And he doesn't stop. He sets people up. When he's running the ball, he sets them up with his eyes, with his shoulders, with his head, and he gets them like just tilting just a little bit.
Yeah.
And they'll be 3 yards from him, and he's going full speed. And the next thing you know, there's 5 yards of separation between him and this defender the other way. I mean, he's an amazing running back.
The one I remember very well. There was a couple I remember well, but
down the end zone.
But the other one was he was running. And he was running with his eyes down because he was looking. There was 3 or 4 Titans coming down him, and he was looking for his moment to split them.
Yeah.
And then he split them. Yeah. I mean, he's so quick and so low. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
He's not very tall.
No, but he's
not very big either.
Well, but he's thick.
Well,
he's thick. But he's probably what, 5'7", 5'8"?
Well, let's look it up right here.
Oh boy.
I mean, let's just try to go official
he's
here.
He's one big muscle. First of all, we saw him in pregame warm-ups. But he just
5'7", 170.
Okay, I mean, so he's thicker than his brother.
Yeah.
But by the time because he's a junior, he's just a junior.
Correct.
So, and he's going to get offers from a lot of schools.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be just, gee, I wonder if OU or OSU will offer him.
Yeah.
I will say I think this kid will get offers from your big boy schools. I mean, he's legit.
And we'll move to Stillwater here in a second. I know Stillwater fans are, no, stop talking about Bixby. We know. We'll see him again in the finals. We're tired of hearing about Bixby. But Mason Williams, got to see him, the quarterback, strong arm.
It sounds different.
Yeah.
Watch them in pregame because they were just in their didn't have their pads on, so no numbers. We're trying to figure out who the starting quarterback is. Which one's Mason?
We knew who. Yeah.
We knew who he was, but we didn't know who he was on the field because he didn't have his stuff on. Well, as soon as you saw him throw, you went, "Oh yeah, that's him."
That's him.
Yeah. No, I mean you can literally when the ball releases, it's almost like you can hear the ball.
Yeah.
I mean he's got a rifle for an arm. If he was bigger, he'd be a kid getting a lot of looks, but he's just too small. But man, what a career!
And I forgot the guy's name, the wide receiver, number 5.
Number 5. That's a sophomore.
He's just a sophomore.
And hadn't played football since the 7th grade. Then he came back out. He's like, what is he, 6'4", 215, 220?
Yeah.
It looks like a full-grown man. I mean, he's
It won't be next year, but I'm ready for Bixby to move up to 6A because I think the only – anything can happen with Stillwater. Control Walker. We'll talk about him in a second. Anything can happen in a game, but consistently, I think only Owasso, BA and Jinx and Union could probably have a chance at it. But I think Bixby or Owasso is one of the 1-2. I would go Bixby right now.
I'd go Bixby right now.
Right now.
With all due respect to my Rams.
Right, because we saw them last year.
Yeah.
But right now, I would.
And they're good, guys. I'm just telling you. And defensively, their defensive front line is spooky.
Yeah.
I mean, spooky.
That one kid looks like Kelly Gregg.
Billy Bob.
Yeah.
That's Roller Kid.
Yeah,
that's one of the roller kids.
Yes.
But he does look like Billy Bob.
Mm-hmm.
With his helmet off, he looks like Billy Bob. So,
we've always talked about Bixby. We saw him last year in the state championship against Stillwater, and we got to see him again this year. So we saw him last week. So it was cool to watch. I mean, that was pretty. Carl Albert had most people I've seen since maybe 07, 08 in the stands before. And then, Bixby didn't travel as much as I thought they would.
I think they knew it was going to be a blowout.
You think?
Yeah, I really do. No, I really do.
Well, I mean, I predicted 45-14.
You did, and I said 3 to 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
We were both woefully wrong.
Yeah, we were.
You were close, though. I mean, that's, You didn't say 45-14. You said 45-21.
That's what I said, 45-21.
I thought you said 45-14.
No, 45-20. The final score is 56-14.
I know. We can't get along right now, can we?
It's only 6:27.
I know, it's a long hour.
This is the High School Huddle presented by our good friends over at Generations Church. Glad to have you on board. Edmond Santa Fe wins Edlam. They beat Edmond Memorial 46-20. UConn, the Flexbone. The Flexbone is putting points on the board this year. They take down Enid at 42-24. Owasso, a little bit closer than maybe some expected, went down to Norman North, 33-22.
They were down in the first half.
Yeah, we were talking to Nate Fakin over at Channel 4, and he was there as his first game before making his way over to Midwest City.
Yeah.
Mustang, Jordan Leach's Broncos get a win over Southmore, 50-36. Santa Fe, let's see here. Remember, Jinx holds off Broken Arrow 30-30. I think Broken Arrow had one last chance to go and win it in the last few minutes, but Jinx wins that game. And was Union off, or was that their fourth Union?
I think
they were off. Okay, but Union 0-4 on the season.
And we did this last week where we said 0-4 because they were 0-4 last week. Now that you say that, and we said, I couldn't believe they were ranked 4th, and then we pulled up the list. And you say, well, who are you going to rank ahead of them at 4th?
Would you put Edmond Santa Fe 3-2 ahead of them?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe, but probably not.
I mean, if Union Santa Fe play tomorrow,
I'm
going Union.
Yeah,
I'm going Union.
But it's just hard to say 0-4 and rank 4th.
Yeah.
It's just hard to say.
There's just a handful of teams in 6A1 and 6A2 as well, so
that's
it doesn't stick out as much. How about this? Muskogee also 0-4 on the year, and I really thought going to Sand Springs. I mean, Sand Springs, a good football team, but I thought Muskogee, they just showed you with the loss of the stud. They lose that game to Sand Springs 45-14.
High school football, you lose that one superstar, you got problems.
Yeah, Bixby looks different without Presley. Stillwater looks different without Walker. Guthrie looks different without Josh Raines.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, it's one player usually in high school football makes a significant difference, regardless of what class of ball you're playing.
I mean, if you're Carl Albert, if Harris goes down, you run the ball with Hunt and Bazell and just pound.
I told Chris last week when Bazell, after he had one of his very good runs, I looked at him and I said, I'd run that kid till he passed out. I mean, I would feed him the ball so much. And I didn't understand that with Carl. It was almost like they felt like they had something to prove.
Throwing the ball?
Yeah.
Well, remember we saw Carl Albert last year. Guthrie went in there as a heavy favorite, and Carl Albert let Guthrie stay around for a little bit because they were throwing the ball.
Right. It just that because that Bazell kid literally would carry the ball 35 times a game if I could give it to him. I mean, it would just because he's going to get positive yards every time. I mean, he's a big, fast, strong, athletic kid.
Now,
didn't make sense.
I'm a non-football guy as far as formations and all that good stuff, but he always runs left tackle.
Every time.
Left tackle.
Every time.
Left tackle.
Why is that?
Well, because he's going to wait until he plays Guthrie, and then he's going to go right tackle, right tackle. Because I got the scouting report. I mean, if you want to be Carl Albert, just call me up. I'll give you some more.
Chris has got it all down.
Now, I can't stop Harris throwing
No. You still lose.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
And then they go over left guard, and then I'm completely
all over. It's all over.
Another team, I'm kind of surprised Noble, after their banner year last year, they're 1-4. Duncan takes down Noble 21-18, and we saw Noble a couple of weeks ago keep Piedmont. Piedmont needed to hold off Noble in the final possession of the ball game to beat Piedmont, but Noble loses 21-18. Noble now 1-4 on the year.
Noble acting an awful lot like the Noble teams of old. You know, it's and again, I think everything in 2020 has an asterisk next to it.
Absolutely.
You know?
OU football.
Everything does. It's just it's an out of body. I told somebody jokingly the other day, being an OSU fan, I said, OSU's going to run the table. They're going to win their first BCS, their first playoff game. Going to play for the national title, and the game's going to get canceled. It's just nuts.
I mean, you can't have that playoff, that good OSU football team go down to Norman and get beat by that bad OU football team.
Well, that's what usually does happen. It seems like, when one team
down in Norman.
it's a different deal.
It's always a different deal. Don't want to forget about Quantrell Walker. He runs the football over in Stillwater.
I've heard of that. Yeah, he's pretty good, I hear.
Yeah. It was kind of ho hum as the Nears.
As Walker goes.
Walker. In the victory over Dale City. I'll talk about Dale City probably in the next segment probably. Yeah. But Stillwater wins 48-27. Mr. Walker, 29 carries.
Yeah.
272 yards.
How many touchdowns?
Just 3.
Loser.
Yeah, just 3.
That's a career for most kids. That's a norm.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this, but if you ever look at the stat line after Walker plays and you see like 187 yards, you'd go, "Do you get hurt?
Wow.
What happened? Do you get hurt? What happened?"
Must not have played the fourth quarter.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a special kind of running back. Obviously, I think him and Presley. As far as the running backs I've seen with my own eyes right now, you pick Presley or Walker?
Walker went over 6,000 yards rushing, and right now Stillwater doesn't have an opponent this week.
Right.
Their game's canceled. If you're looking to get beat by somebody, give Stillwater a
call.
Give
them a call, yeah.
If I had to go win a state championship right now,
it's tough.
It is tough
because they're different running backs.
They're different.
They're completely different. But
Walker wants to run you over.
Yeah,
he can get to the outside and run by you.
Absolutely. Presley's vision is different level.
Yeah.
Now
he catches it out of the backfield,
but he's not going to run it between the tackles.
No, he's got to bounce.
He's got to bounce, and that's where to me, I pick Walker.
And you can control the game, the clock, and all that good stuff.
I mean, and I say that while thinking that how could I not pick Presley? But Walker's done it every year.
Yeah,
he's got. I think he's got more to his overall game. I think there's more you can do with him than you can do with the Presley. Both great running backs. I can't imagine there being a running back better than one of those two in the state. Can you? I mean, they're special. And Walker, it literally feels like Quantrell's been there for 7 years.
Yeah, I'm sure the opponents feel the same thing as well.
We went and watched him his freshman year against Mustang, remember? Our off week.
Yep.
And
let's go see this freshman, see what this is all about.
What's this all about? I think it was either the first or second play from scrimmage. He went 80 yards for a touchdown as a freshman. You remember that?
I do, yeah.
Right off the left. It was off the left side. Caught a little daylight, gone. I mean, he's an amazing athlete.
El Reno, Doran Plumley comes back. They take down Lawton MacArthur 20-17. Woodward Bishop McGinnis, it was off for a little bit, then it was back on. And Woodward goes to Oklahoma City for homecoming at McGinnis and get beat 55-14. Luke Tarman, we'll talk about him in a little bit as Carl Albert takes on Bishop McGinnis. But Tarman, another spectacular game. And Our friends over at the Oklahoman came out with their mid-season awards, and let's see who it was. Cameron picked Tarman as his big all-city player of the year. Now that's just the Oklahoma City area.
All-city, okay.
All-city, yeah. Which, by the way, Tulsa picks Stillwater for their all-city, and I think the Oklahoman picks Stillwater's in that middle. Would you consider Stillwater Tulsa or Oklahoma City?
They're in the honestly, Tulsa.
I do too. I think Tulsa. Yeah.
But it's basically the same.
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes from Guthrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they both take him. But
so he took Tarman over
as his all-city player of the year
over Quantrell Walker.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, he picked, and there's a bunch on it, but he picked the state's most valuable player. Cameron picked Quantrell.
Okay.
As did Cameron took Quantrell Walker as the state player of the year.
Yep.
Quantrell 986 yards, 15 touchdowns in just 4 games.
Yeah.
James Jackson took Luke Tarman from McGinnis as his state's most valuable player. Obviously, they didn't count the Tulsa area, so I don't know whether they're saying state's most valuable player to this point. Yeah. Well, no, they did. They did because Nick Sardis took the kid from Tulsa Hall and Hall. So yes.
Ooh.
So James Jackson thinks Luke Tarman picked him as his state's most valuable player. Tarman, he's rushed for 106 times, 111 yards, 15 touchdowns. He's also thrown for 756 yards, 6 touchdowns. And McGinnis is right now at a 4-1 record.
Chris said 106 times for 101 yards. He meant to say
I'm sorry.
106 times for 1,011 yards.
Yeah.
Which is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is how you replaced Dominic Richardson.
Well, you and I talked about this. As far as, Dominic got all the press.
Right.
You and I both, I think, agreed on this. Last year when we saw him play, we both agreed that the Tarman was the best football player on the field.
Yeah.
He's
some over against Bishop Kelly over at Western Heights. Obviously, we saw him against Guthrie as well.
And I got to tell you, I called you this morning about this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that this kid doesn't have more offers. I really am. I'm very, very. I'm shocked actually that he doesn't have more offers.
So, who's your state player of the year mid-season right now? From Guyman to Miami down to Durant to Idabel over to Altus. Who are you going with?
Probably Walker.
Yeah, that's mine too. Walker.
Yeah, probably Walker. And I think, and I love the kid from McGinnis. I think he's fabulous.
Yep.
But Walker's how what he's done for 4 years
consistently
is nothing short of amazing. To play on a big stage with one of the highest classes of football.
Correct.
To put up the numbers he's put up every year. He got a little nicked up a couple games last year and still put up, 1,900 yards or something like that?
And last year and this year too, he's had good quarterbacks that throw the ball.
Yeah, so it's not like
pick your poison.
Right, pick your poison. But Walker would definitely get my vote at this point. Now, I will say this. Luke would be a very, very close second. It'd be almost a 1A kind of deal for me, but it would be Walker.
State's best player or state's best team?
Bixby.
We've already gone over that there. So
you want to talk about state's worst team?
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh.
You got anybody in mind?
Yeah, not right off.
No, me neither.
I haven't looked that up yet.
I haven't studied it.
Little All-City Player of the Year. Our friend Cameron went with Harmon over in Cashin, the junior quarterback. He's tossed 24 touchdowns, and Cashin right now averaging 48 points a ball game. So
hard to argue with that.
Yeah, Cashin. Ho-hum for Cashin. We'll talk about them more and more in the playoffs. They're just going to be there. They're going to every single year.
I want them to win a state title so bad I can't stand it at this point. I'm serious partially because Coach Shack and the staff and the kids and the community, I think, deserve a state title at this point because they do everything the right way. They support their kids. They have a first-class staff. They have first-class fans. They just do it the right way, right?
Absolutely.
And they've been so close so darn many times. But also partially because I'm ready to move on from talking about it. A program that's been that good for that many years, I don't even like talking about it.
They had the one down year in 2017.
Right.
Crescent took this Highway 74 series that one year when they were all these kids were freshmen.
Yep.
A lot of them were freshmen. So things are back with that
Oh,
catching.
yeah.
So. All right, we're behind schedule. We need to take a timeout, come back, and take a look at this week's game, highlighted by Bishop McGinnis and Carl Albert. I was pretty close on the score last week, and I think we both probably going to pick the same team, but what will the score? Maybe. Okay, we'll see what I'll be interested what the score is. So don't tell me till it's time to, on the score. But again, we'll take a timeout. This is the High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSPI.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle to talk high school sports.
Quick segment here on the High School Huddle. Chris Evans, Phil Nichols with you, and we got one more break to get to the top of the hour. We still got to get to our top 10 games of the week, but another player that you want to mention in your top players is definitely Carson May over in Jones.
Yeah.
He's definitely a Division I. He's got the size and all that good stuff. Last week's in the victory over Chandler, he was 19 of 33 passing for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns.
What level of D1 do you see him playing at?
I've only seen the Twitter, highlights, so I've never seen it all before. So I
can't really say.
I have no idea.
I saw a video of Landon Herzl pick-sixing him in Little League football.
Oh, boy.
It was
that just tells you how good Carson May is, because that happened
videos.
4 or 5 years ago. You keep hey, I intercepted that guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's the whole point. But the other thing that stood out, he's like a torso taller than everybody back in the fourth.
And that's what makes you that's what makes you a Division I prospect.
Yeah. No, it was funny.
I want to pull this up real quick. I mentioned Del City earlier. They're 0-3 on the season.
Gosh, that's shocking to me.
But they have losses. Oh, daggone it. Give me 3 seconds here. Del City, there it is. They've lost to Booker T. Washington with Gentry Williams, the stud. He played that before he got hurt. They lost to Booker T. Washington 15-13. They lost to Carl Albert 21-14. And as I mentioned, Stillwater beat them by 3 touchdowns, 48-27. And then it gets a little bit easier because they got Midwest City this week. And then the week after that, they got PC North. And then after that, they should be okay with Deer Creek, U.S. Grant, and Lawton. So
Should be.
Yeah,
should be.
Real quick, we got to get one more timeout, and then we're going to come back with our top 10 games of the week.
You making predictions?
A few of them.
Oh, okay.
A few of them. I'm trying to find some of the games that are postponed this week due to COVID. They're on the bottom of your screen if you're watching on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ Guthrie news page. Capitol Hill at El Reno is canceled. Anadarko at Douglas is canceled. Anadarko will play at Dibble. Cherokee at Wacomas is canceled. Deer Creek at Northwest Classen. Frederick at Tishomingo. Frederick will play at Minco, home of the...
Of who?
Minco.
The Minco Warriors.
Close. Bulldogs,
yeah, right there.
Heritage Halls was at Bridge Creek. That game is canceled. U.S. Grant at Stillwater canceled, so Stillwater still looking for an opponent to play there. So... anyway, all right, we need to take our final timeout. When we come back, it's the top 10 games of the week, including the number 1 game, Carl Albert and McGinnis. Who are we picking, and what's the score? I think the score is going to be the most intriguing part of that.
Yeah.
So we'll do that after the final timeout. This is the High School Huddle, presented by Generations Church.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden.
Golden
He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle to talk high school sports.
Final segment here on the High School Huddle. Big thanks to Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio. Jordan, take the weekend. Oh, no, she can't take the weekend. No.
See you Saturday.
Yeah, Guthrie will be in Woodward Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock kickoff. Our pregame show begins at 12:30 right here on 93.7 FM KSPI. And earlier we had David Jackson on the show on the clips. Phil, if you wanted to go watch the entire 18-minute video with Mr. Jackson from the OSSA, where do you think you would go to watch that?
Guthrie News page.
On the YouTube feed, yes. Guthrie News page.
You can't put it on Facebook?
I did post it on Facebook. I did. I'd
watch it on Facebook.
But the actual video, I mean, if you go to Facebook, you have to click the link. That sends you to YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/Guthrie News page. The entire, I think it's about 18-minute, Mr. Jackson met with the, via Zoom, the reporters today. He's been doing that every so often. Pretty cool deal. 30-minute deal. So, okay. High school football games of the week, and we always go with our friends.
I'm winning this year,
wait
by
a
the
minute.
way.
I pulled up the wrong one.
Oh, boy.
But here are the rankings. Owasso 5-0, Jinx 3-1, Broken Arrow 2-2, Union 0-4. But then UConn's 4-1.
Okay, see.
Don't that look weird?
Yes.
That a team is ranked 4 with 0-4.
I would put a 4-1 team out of principle. Ahead of a Tulsa Union team that's 0-4.
Although you would pick that 0-4 team to beat the 4-1 team.
Yes.
It is weird.
It's weird.
I mean, and if you're a writer, I mean, obviously a lot of people, especially in high school sports, Oklahoma I think they do a great job.
That's crazy.
The Oklahoma does a very good job of covering high school sports, and I respect them. And so when you have to actually put that out there, your rankings out there, I mean, it's like, I'm sure it feels weird for them. Like, well, they would beat them, and then that's their criteria, I guess. Is to pick them, though. Okay, Phil. I think I found it. Never mind.
I'm going to go 10-0 again this week.
22. Okay.
Haven't missed a game this year.
Oh boy. All right. Number 10 game of the week, Class A. Wawoka 4-0 going to Okemah. Okemah 3-1 on the year. This is a Class A ball game, so they're just playing for second place this year to cash in.
Yeah.
But anyway, who are you going to go with?
I'm going Wewoka.
Oh, you're going to take the road team.
Yep.
You're going to take the road team.
I am. You're taking the home team.
Well, I might as well.
I got it.
Okemah.
Yep.
How about Class 2A? Vian, a team we saw last year in a state championship game over at University of Central Oklahoma. They're 5-0 as they go on the road to take on Tulsa Cassia Hall. Cassia Hall 2-1 on the year. Right. I forget
the Wright brothers.
I forget their
two
name.
of them. One played line, one was a running back. The lineman was the one that was being heavily recruited.
I got to get his name, Phil. I just wouldn't.
Well, was it the skilled position kid that got the offer at OSU late?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Is that right?
Javen Wright and Solomon Wright.
Solomon
was the big.
He's all there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to get the name.
Yeah. They're going to win this week. By the way.
They'll win. That was just that's your Viant
filler.
Yeah. Tulsa Metro Christian.
Yeah.
3-2 on the year, going to Beggs 3-1 as they will go on and look at the best player in the state of Oklahoma.
He looks like he should be playing at OU right now.
I think he's going to go out of state.
Well, I mean, OU's not going to have a winning season, so I mean,
if 2020 was a football team, it'd be the OU Sooners. If 2020 was a football team,
it would be the OU Sooners, right
now. Kendall Davis.
Yeah.
Or Kendall Daniels.
Yes, and
6'4", 195.
Yeah.
Too much Kendall Daniels. I think Beggs wins that one.
I agree.
Salisal 2-1 taking on Poto. That's over at Poto, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Highway 59.
Yep.
If you want to make the trip over to watch that game.
I'll be busy.
Well, what are you doing Friday night? You don't got a game, so
sleepy time. We got to get up early Saturday.
Okay. So you won't be in Poto?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Poto's won. Poto's won 3 straight.
Yeah.
After consecutive season opening losses. So who are you going with?
Salisal. Road team. Road team week.
Oh, I'm going Poto.
Yeah, I know you are.
Poto.
Road team week.
Class 2A football, Washington. Mascot for Washington?
The Washington Bulldogs.
Warriors.
Dang it. Dang it.
When you said Warriors earlier, it's like, I'm going to set him up on that one.
I'll get one right one of these days.
Earlier, I asked for Minko, and you said the Warriors.
See, the bad thing about this.
You were so close.
Okay, so now Chris knows this real quick.
We got 4 minutes. You're good.
Okay. You could ask me teams that Guthrie, who's the team I follow the closest, obviously.
Right.
What their mascots are, and I probably know 50% of them. I'm not a mascot guy. I don't know that.
Guyman?
Truly do not. Guyman, I don't know.
You see him every year. You go there every year.
I don't. I'm being dead serious.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are they?
Tigers.
Now, the second you say it, I know that.
Woodward.
I really know. Boomers.
See, I knew you'd be able to get that one.
Yeah.
Piedmont. That's too easy.
They're the Wildcats.
Yeah. Carl Albert's the
Titans.
And Bishop McGinnis is the
private school.
Fighting Irish. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't. But I.
Western Heights.
No clue.
Zero
clue what Western Heights is.
Baby blue uniforms. Jets.
The Jets. Yeah. But I just don't pay attention to that stuff.
Obviously.
I don't. If it's not a school,
I didn't think it was that bad.
It's bad. If it's not a school, but we talked about this last Friday, Chris. It ain't remembering like it used to.
Ever since that birthday,
54 is a big year.
All right, Washington's at Community Christians, Phil.
Yeah.
Both teams 5-0.
Yeah, Washington.
I'm going Washington as well. Battle of the unbeatens.
Yeah.
Veneta.
Yeah.
Up there in northeast Oklahoma.
Yeah.
4-1, taking on top-ranked Tulsa.
Yeah.
Holland Hall.
Yeah.
That's Interstate 44.
Yeah. That's private school, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Veneta in the upset.
Oh, the Hornets.
In the upset.
Oh, boy, make sure I get that right. Veneta. I'm pretty sure it's the Hornets. I don't want to, after all that, now I'm second-guessing myself. Let's see here. Please be the Hornets.
Please be literally the only ones I know are the Hornets is Booker T.
Look at that. What's that say?
Hornets. Isn't Booker T the Hornets?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Sand Springs.
Ponca City Wildcats. I know that one for some reason.
Yep.
Enid Plainsman. I know that one.
Yeah. Duncan. You should know that one.
Demons.
Right.
Thanks.
Right.
Yep.
Shawnee.
Wolves.
Yeah.
I know a few.
I mean, these are softballs.
Thank God, yeah.
Sand Springs at Tulsa, Washington.
Yeah.
Bobby Klink, first-year head coach over at Sand Springs, got him at 4-1.
Yeah, that's good. I'm taking Tulsa, Washington. I know they're without their 5-star recruit, but I'm taking Tulsa, Washington.
I'm going to go Sand Springs.
Yep.
I'm going to go Sand Springs. Yep. UConn, the Flexbone. Not only Flexbone, the Flexbone's putting up points this year.
Yep.
4-1 on the road at Edmond Santa Fe. Santa Fe with the win last week over Edmond Memorial. Santa Fe has won 3 straight and has looked good on offense. 40-some-odd points last week in the win over Memorial.
Yeah. I'm going to go with UConn.
Okay.
I think that flex bones, that's hard to – I mean, we've seen it firsthand. I mean, that's – I'm gonna go with UConn.
I'm gonna go with UConn as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go UConn as well. Yeah. Dell City 0-3, one of the top 5 teams in the state of Oklahoma in 6A2 football.
Yeah.
0-3, taking on Midwest City. 3-1 are the Bombers this season. So, what are you going with in this one, Phil?
Midwest City.
Oh, really? I'm going Dell City.
Yeah, going Midwest City. Wow. I think the Midwest City boys right now, because all these kids know each other.
Right. Oh yeah.
I mean, close.
Mid-Dale rival.
Yeah. They're walking around going, "We're 3-1." They're 0-3. They're ranked 3rd in the state. We're ranked 4th in the state.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have a little chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, Midwest City, boy, their win here puts them in a good spot as far as the district
Big
standings
time.
are concerned.
Yep.
So Dell City needs a win like this to maybe have that tiebreaker toward the end of the year.
Yep.
And that leads us to the number 1 game of the week. It is the Bishop McGinnis Fighting Irish going to the Palace on Post Road, taking on the Carl Albert.
You have got to stop that.
They're never going to. Well, that's what they want you to know. So, but McGinnis 4-1. Luke Tarman, great quarterback matchup here, going against Ben Harris of the Titans.
Yep.
Carl Albert coming off a loss.
Yep.
And we don't see that very often. Coming off a loss to the Bixby Spartans. McGinnis handled Woodward last week 55-14. This has been the state championship game 3 of the last 4 years in Class 5A football. It's inside Gary Rose Stadium for this one.
Yep. I'm gonna have you go first this time.
You're gonna have me go first. Yeah. I'm gonna go Carl Albert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Carl Alberts.
Score?
I think there's too many Bazelles, too many Hunts, too many Harris, and the number 9 kid for Carl Albert. I'm drawing a blank on
athlete.
Very good athlete. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but I think it's too much for Luke Tarman and the Millwood transfer, who will be the next year's Luke Tarman.
Yep.
But I think Carl Albert has too much on offense and defense and at the athlete spot, just too much to take down McGinnis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Score?
I'm going to go Carl Albert 31. They got a good field goal kicker.
Yep.
He can kick it.
Yep.
31-17.
31. Okay.
31-17.
I think Carl Albert's going to walk through to get this state title. I don't think there's a big secret about that. I'm going with McGinnis. And
what?
No, wait.
What's the last time Carl Albert lost back-to-back games?
I know, but I'm telling you, it goes again. I think if you play him 100 times, McGinnis might win 1 or 2
on the road.
I know that.
Okay, all right.
But and this is something now. This could go either way. What I'm about to say.
I was wanting to go higher than 31-17.
I know you were. I think this could go either way. Now, I still think Carl Albert wins the state title this year.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I think, but I think that woodshed whooping they took last Friday
motivates them. Yes.
That's why I said it could go either way. It could either motivate them, or it could hurt a team. I'm just telling you, it could.
It could.
I don't think it probably did.
Not at Carl Albert level.
But I'm throwing. Chris, have you ever played slot machines?
I've seen them when I go to concerts.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes
very smoky in there.
Sometimes you just put a little amount of money in and you hit a button and you win a big amount of money.
Not very often.
But sometimes it happens.
Right.
That's what I'm banking on this.
Wow. Yeah. Score for the Irish?
I think it'll be more like 20. I'm going to go 28-24.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Now, Carl Albert could beat them by 5 touchdowns.
Or we could show up and see if we're the jinx that the Titans go down 2 weeks in a row. I mean, if we're on.
Oh, wait, Friday night.
Yeah.
That's what you were getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to that game.
Okay.
2 weeks in a row with Carl Albert. We're not going to miss the turn this time, are we? Seth's not with us. We won't. He had one job.
And we went.
We said, when you get to Post Road, tell me and I'll turn right.
I saw the lights to the Palace there on Post Road, and I was like, there's the Palace. We need to get to the Palace.
We're going to Carl Albert 2 weeks in a row.
Be a good one.
We got to take a chair this time for me. I was struggling last Friday. Yeah, it was bad.
Right. We got to get
we're
here.
overtime.
We're way overtime. All right. Big thank you to Jordan back in our Stillwater studio. She is the best. Miss Mustang Bronco. Reminder, Guthrie is at Woodward Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Our pregame show begins at 12:30 right here on 93.7 FM, as well as on our YouTube page. Get all the details at GuthrieNewsPage.com. Big thank you to Generations Church, our title sponsor here on the High School Huddle. Josh Seabolt and all them. Sunday service at 10 o'clock. Go in person, 2524 West Noble, or check them out online, Facebook, Generations Church. They also have the website as well, all that good stuff. So I think that is it. I feel like there was something else. But anyway, best of luck to your football team this weekend. And Phil, we'll do it again next week.
Go Tigers. Who's that?
Guyman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they need a lot of help. For Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. So long. This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSPI.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.